罗嘎达瓜拉瓜拉们的水古丁啊，Wagi Shyac，大家好，欢迎收看Ita 看世界，一起看世界，我是Wagi。Ita 不仅要带大家一起 see the world， 更要用我们的方式说世界的故事。节目一开始，Ita 看世界特别专案双十友邦大使专访系列，今天推出最后一集圣克里斯多福及尼维斯大使专访。Since 1983, shortly after St. Christopher and Nevis gained independence, the country has maintained a strong bond with the Republic of China, Taiwan, its longest continuous diplomatic partner in the Caribbean. Taiwan has made significant contributions to St. Christopher and Nevis in agriculture, healthcare, technology, climate resilience, and education, while St. Christopher and Nevis remains a strong advocate for Taiwan's inclusion in international organizations. Today's guest, Ambassador Donya Lynex Francis, has a deep connection with Taiwan, having studied at Mingchuan University and awarded as outstanding alumni. Through ITA Specials, we will explore St. Christopher and Nevis, its diplomatic relations with Taiwan, and Ambassador Francis' personal experiences. We are honored to welcome today's distinguished guest, the Ambassador of St. Christopher and Nevis to the Republic of China, Taiwan, Donya Lynex Francis.
大家好，我是圣克里斯多福及尼维斯大使范东亚。I'm very excited to join this program.
So, the Republic of China, Taiwan, and St. Christopher and Nevis have maintained diplomatic relations for over 4 decades. In this special interview, we would like our audience to learn more about St. Christopher and Nevis. Ambassador Francis, could you introduce St. Christopher and Nevis to our audience? And additionally, could you also explain how the Federation operates?
St. Kitts and Nevis is a twin island paradise located in the Caribbean. We are the smallest independent nation in the Western Hemisphere. We have beautiful beaches, we have lovely nature, we also have beautiful, kind, friendly people, and a rich history that we like to share with others. And so if you have the chance to go to St. Kitts and Nevis, just know that you're going to have a great time there. And so I am excited again to be here today to talk about St. Kitts and Nevis.
So can you tell us more about the culture, peoples, or festivals, etc.?
Of course, of course. If you can look at my right, we have the masquerade. We have different folklore in St. Kitts and Nevis, and one of them is the masquerade. We have the clown, the bull, and through these folklore troupes, we tell stories of the past and also presently. And so also our official language is English. So the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, we are 2 islands making 1 country. We have a federal government, and so we have our Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Ju, who is basically in charge of St. Kitts and Nevis. However, our constitution outlines that Nevis should have an island administration, and so in Nevis we have a Nevis Island Administration, basically a local government, and it's being headed by Premier Honorable Mark Brantley. And so we have a very unique system that is nowhere else in the world, especially nowhere else in the Caribbean, and we have had this system since our independence in 1983, and so we believe that our system is working. Our system is one that is very fruitful for both islands, St. Kitts and Nevis.
I just noticed that you said St. Kitts
and Nevis.
And Nevis.
Yeah.
So how about the distinction between?
We always get that question. Why do you say St. Kitts and Nevis? Yeah. Why do you say St. Christopher and Nevis?
Yeah.
We have 2 names, and they are listed in our constitution. So both names are correct. So we use St. Christopher and Nevis and St. Kitts and Nevis. You might hear more people say St. Kitts and Nevis, and so if you hear St. Christopher and Nevis and St. Kitts and Nevis, just know we're talking about the most beautiful twin island paradise in the Caribbean. The Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis, or obviously the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Thank you.
Ambassador Francis, we are also aware that on September 19th, St. Christopher and Nevis commemorated their Independence Day. And what celebrations are held on this day, and what does this mean for Kittians and Nevisians?
Yes, on September 19th, 1983, we became independent from Great Britain. This year we are celebrating 41 years of independence under the theme, Together People, Proud and Strong, Independence 41. Around this time, our people showcase their patriotism, also their camaraderie, and they come together to celebrate our independence because we have come very far. As a small nation, St. Kitts and Nevis, it's only 41 years, but we have achieved so much over these years. And during our independence celebration, we have our Independence Day parade, where we have our troops who are on parade. Also, we have different receptions, and we have also have some community festivals that are now showcasing, but being held around our independence celebration. Another thing that we should state is that our government ministers also visit the school children to greet them and to also encourage them to continue being patriotic citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. And you would be glad to know that Taiwan has also joined our parade over the years. Just last year, former Minister Joseph Wu, he visited our federation with a delegation to join our independence parade. Also, we have had honor guards from Taiwan who were on display at our independence parade. And so we see our flags being flown high, and also our people there cheering and just basking in all of the excitement of our independence.
May I ask another question? Mm-hmm. So how about the history of St. Kitts and Nevis before independence?
Before independence, St. Kitts and Nevis was ruled was a colony of Great Britain. And so our history shows us that we had statehood. We were once St. Kitts, Nevis, Anguilla. Anguilla is another Caribbean island, and then Anguilla left. And so we would then St. Kitts and Nevis, and then after independence, we just stick together. But before independence, as I said, we were a colony of the United Kingdom.
Although Taiwan and St. Christopher and Nevis established diplomatic relations in 1983, the St. Christopher and Nevis Embassy in Taiwan was not opened until 2008. Ambassador Francis, as the youngest diplomat to attain the rank of ambassador in your country, you also hold the distinction of being the second ambassador stationed in Taiwan since the embassy's opening. Could you kindly share with us the reasons behind the decision to establish the embassy 25 years after formal diplomatic ties were initiated, and how its presence has contributed to significantly strengthening the diplomatic relationship between our two countries?
25 years is a significant milestone. In the Western world, in our part of the world, we call that Silver Jubilee. And Silver Jubilee means you have reached a milestone, a quarter century. And so after we achieving 25 years together, Silver Jubilee together between St. Kitts and Nevis and Taiwan, we decided it was only fitting that we come to Taiwan to open an embassy. And to open an embassy in Taiwan also helped us to deepen our relationship with Taiwan and deepen our cooperation with Taiwan, and also help us to have a better presence in Taiwan. Also, in around 2004, from 2004, Taiwan started offering scholarships to our citizens. And so with more and more Kittians and Nevisians coming to Taiwan to study, we thought that we did need, we should have an embassy here in Taiwan. One, again, to further strengthen our relationship so we can have 25 and 25 and 25 more years together. Just this year, we're celebrating 41 years together, and also to ensure that we have a greater presence in Taiwan.
St. Christopher and Nevis Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew has consistently affirmed his country's commitment to supporting Taiwan's participation in the United Nations, as demonstrated during the 2022 and 2023 UN General Assembly debates. Ambassador, in addition to this vocal support, how does St. Christopher and Nevis further advocate for Taiwan's position on the global stage?
Good. So St. Kitts and Nevis, again, and Taiwan, we're celebrating 41 years of relationship. And this relationship is very strong, it's undying. And one of the ways that we do show our support for Taiwan is to, as you already mentioned, is to speak up for Taiwan at international organizations or when we join international organizations such as UN, WHO. However, another way that we speak up for Taiwan is to allow Taiwan or to partner with Taiwan to join, when we join different organizations. For example, at COP27, Taiwan and St. Kitts and Nevis shared a booth together because we believe that Taiwan is helping. We believe that Taiwan can help. We believe that Taiwan has the expertise and the knowledge and skills that the world can benefit from. And so instead of us, we just don't speak up for Taiwan. We actually show the world that Taiwan is helping and what Taiwan can do and what Taiwan is doing. And so we partner a lot with Taiwan so that we can showcase our relationship to the people of the world and also to encourage other people to see that Taiwan can be an excellent partner in different in different fields such as healthcare, education, we have semiconductor industry, trade and business, and so we hope that more people, more friendly countries can see that Taiwan can help and they can let Taiwan help.
And in June, Prime Minister Zhu led a delegation to Taiwan for a state visit from June 22nd and June 26th. This marked his second visit to Taiwan during his term and the first state visit by a foreign leader following President Lai Ching-te's inauguration. Ambassador, could you kindly share the key outcomes achieved during Prime Minister Zhu's trip? Additionally, could you explain the importance of these high-profile visits to St. Christopher and Nevis and Taiwan, according to your perspective?
Well, when my Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Zhu and his delegation visited Taiwan, it was for us to showcase, again, our solidarity with Taiwan and our friendship with Taiwan. Yes, Prime Minister Zhu was the first sitting leader to have a state visit after the inauguration of President Lai Ching-te. And when he got here, we were able to discuss other areas for cooperation. And not only that, while our Prime Minister was here, he also signed an MOU to establish sister city agreement with Kaohsiung City. And also he was able to meet and greet our students and nationals here in Taiwan. And so these visits are very important for us and for our Prime Minister to meet and dialogue with Taiwan's leader, with President Lai Ching-te, and also to meet with his people here in Taiwan.
So how about the high-profile visit and the meaning for our two countries? What do you think?
Again, the high-profile visit, basically, we are, again, showing the world that we do support Taiwan. We have a great relationship with Taiwan. We have been friends for so long that we believe that we just coming here, these high-profile visits, help us to showcase, again, our solidarity, our friendship, our relationship with Taiwan, and to let people know that Taiwan is our friend and we are going to stay with Taiwan for 41 more years.
And more.
And more.
Yeah.
Ambassador, in June 2012, Your Excellency was awarded a 4-year scholarship to pursue a bachelor's degree in journalism and mass communication at Minchuan University through the Taiwan International Cooperation and Development Fund Scholarship. As a beneficiary of Taiwan's educational scholarships, could you share your experiences studying in Taiwan and explain why these scholarships are so important and valuable for Kittitians and Nevisians?
Coming to Taiwan on that scholarship in 2012, it helped me to basically open up my worldview. Before coming to Taiwan, I knew of Taiwan, but I didn't really know anything about Taiwan's culture, etc. So when the opportunity came for me to come to Taiwan, I decided that I was going to go after it. And so when I was accepted at Ming Chuan University, I was really excited because I was able to come to Taiwan to see Taiwan for myself and also to get a degree. Coming to Taiwan, being schooled at Ming Chuan University and also at Taipei Medical University, I was able to meet with so many people in Taiwan. I met with people from different countries, different backgrounds, different cultures, and I was also able to learn from the Taiwanese professors who were able to impart their knowledge to me. And I'm grateful for that opportunity. For us in St. Kitts and Nevis, Taiwan is one of the, maybe say, the top 10 places where persons go to study. We usually go to the universities in the Caribbean or in the UK, Canada, and Taiwan is now very popular. Because, as I said, Taiwan is popular among our people who wants to pursue their degree, because they realize that the education system in Taiwan is a good system. And so we encourage people to see Taiwan as an alternative destination or a space to learn, to get your degree. And so many people now from St. Kitts and Nevis, they are deciding to come to Taiwan.
Ambassador Francis, you're also an author and educator, having published 2 children's books under the Uncle Donya series. Additionally, Your Excellency launched the Sharing Kindness and the Nurturing Love School Love initiative last year, an outreach program aimed at fostering cultural and social connections between our nations, including book donations and collaborations with local schools and libraries in Taiwan. Could you kindly share with us how this initiative has contributed to enhancing cultural exchange between our 2 countries?
When I assumed the role of ambassador, I had this great idea to start an education tour, and where we would visit different schools to speak about St. Kitts and Nevis and our relationship with Taiwan. What we have realized is that not so many people know about St. Kitts and Nevis, and so that's one of my roles here as an ambassador, to ensure that Taiwanese people and other residents of Taiwan, they are aware of who we are, and also they get to experience a little bit of our culture. And so we started the SK in Love program in 2023, and right after we launched that program, we actually hosted 2 summer school programs at 2 of our sister schools, one at Gurji Senior High School and at Blessed Imelda Senior High School, where we taught the students about St. Kitts and Nevis, our culture, our food.
Chinese or English?
In English.
Yeah.
Yes, because Taiwan has the bilingual nation goal, so we are also trying to assist with that nation goal. And you know, Taiwanese, the government said that they want the Taiwanese to speak English. So what we do, we engage with them using English. And so we also have culture exchange, language exchange with Taiwanese. And that's a way for us to give back to Taiwan. And so that's why we have the outreach program. And under the outreach program, we had those 2 camps, and we were able to teach the children about our masquerades, show them the food that we eat. So they cooked dumpling, saltfish, bread pudding, tamarind balls, and other food. And so now I believe that they have a greater understanding, a better understanding about St. Kitts and Nevis. We also, as I said, donated books. We have donated books to Kaohsiung Public Library. Before that, our former ambassador, she donated books, Ambassador Huggins donated books to National Central Library. And then we donated books to the New Taipei City government. And later in October, we're going to be donating books to the Union County government. And we believe that through these book donations and through these interactions, more Taiwanese are going to know about St. Kitts and Nevis. Sometimes I walk around by myself and I see Taiwanese wearing our caps, our shirts, and I just stop them and say, "Hey, do you know that's my country?" And they're like, "Yeah, I met you at International Travel Fair, or I met you at Taiwan Reading Festival," because we do participate in different festivals, etc. in Taiwan. For example, the International Travel Fair. We also participate at the Taiwan Book Reading Festival. We also participate in the Lantern Festival. And so if you stop by our lantern, you're able to learn about St. Kitts and Nevis, and you might be able to see some of our students in Taiwan who we term as our cultural ambassadors, dressed in our folklore and dancing and interacting with the people. This is done because we want, this is done so that we can get more Taiwanese to know about St. Kitts and Nevis and to know about Taiwan's best friend, because we're Taiwan's best friend. We have been friends with Taiwan for 41 years, one of Taiwan's best friends, and so we want Taiwanese to know that Taiwan is also our best friend, and we do that through our cultural performances and our outreach program.
Ambassador, in terms of collaboration, St. Christopher's and Nevis in Taiwan previously collaborated on the solid waste management and recycling project, aligning with the UN Sustainable Development Goal 12. Ambassador, could you kindly introduce this project to the audience and share the key outcomes achieved through this initiative?
In St. Kitts and Nevis, our government is after this goal, which is to become a sustainable island state by 2040. And we believe that our people, there's some practices, best practices that we can borrow from Taiwan. And one of those practices is the recycling of materials. So we started to collect plastic bottles, and with the help of Taiwan and Taiwanese embassy and the Taiwan technical mission in St. Kitts and Nevis, we were able to collect tons of plastic and also send them back to Taiwan to help us to recycle them. Now, that was the first phase of the program. The second phase of the program had just started, and we're now looking at the collection of paper, cardboard, and also the continuation of educating the people on recycling and why recycling is important, and also to educate them on alternatives and why should they use alternatives to plastic, alternative to cardboards, etc., and how they can assist with ensuring that our country becomes a sustainable island state by 2040. And so for us, it's important for everybody to be on the same path, on the same mindset of recycling, reusing, and maybe not using plastic at all. And so our government and Taiwan, through the Taiwanese embassy, they have started this project, and the project is going extremely well.
Ambassador, despite this progressive step, the islands continue to face the existential threats of climate change, particularly rising sea levels, and due to the geographical location. And what environmental challenges is St. Christopher and Nevis currently facing, and how are they affecting the local population? And additionally, are there any areas where our two countries could collaborate or strengthen existing cooperation to address these issues?
Climate change is affecting all the countries around the world, but as a small island developing state, we have been affected the most, because we have, as you have stated, the rising sea level. Also, when it comes to marine climate change, we have seen what is, I don't know if you have it in Taiwan, but sargassum. We have seen also coral bleaching. And so for us, we believe that it is important for right now for St. Kitts and Nevis for us to protect our marine environment. And so our government has implemented different strategies and different responses to combat these issues. Now, Taiwan, again, has been assisting with our climate change issues and climate action. We will further work with Taiwan to see or to learn of more best practices from Taiwan, and to see how we can partner with Taiwan and also borrow some of the ideas from Taiwan for us to combat climate change. Our government, we constantly ask for others, especially bigger countries, to see that climate change is real, and these small island developments, these small island developing states really need some assistance. And I must say that we are doing our part in St. Kitts and Nevis. We're doing our part in St. Kitts and Nevis to ensure that we combat climate change. For example, right now in St. Kitts and Nevis, the temperature, the weather is very hot. very humid. And St. Kitts and Nevis is one of the countries or islands in the Caribbean that is receiving little or no rain at all. And so that is a part of climate change. And now we're also battling with the water shortage. And our government, maybe a couple months ago, they dug a well where they're now providing water for communities around that well area. And also they just started the desalination program where they're trying to get water from the sea and make it more drinkable and usable by human beings. And so we have been doing a lot of work to combat climate change. We will continue, as I said, to combat climate change through our actions, whether it's by educating our people about climate change and also through partnerships with different countries, different organizations, so that we can have so St. Kitts and Nevis can become a sustainable island state by 2040.
Okay, thank you very much, Ambassador Francis, for accepting today's interview.
And let's take a short break, and for more stories from Ita See the World, please stay tuned.
Ita 看世界走出摄影棚，前进屏东狮子乡内文部落。下一段回来，Ita Beyond 在青年带路人引导下，一起来看见内文部落的故事。欢迎回到Ita看世界。为了让世界看见台湾原住民族部落的故事，今天的Ita Beyond走出摄影棚，前往原乡部落，带大家一起关注屏东狮子乡的内文部落。接下来把时间交给英语主播拉瑙。
You're watching Ita Beyond. I'm Lana. And this is the very first time we do the recording outside of the studio. And here we are at the Jauvuvu village in Pindong County. As you can see that we are very lucky that the village is holding the traditional harvest ritual. And now let's talk to our friends, Jinuai, a youth from the village. So hi Jinuai, can you briefly introduce your village and what makes your village so special?
Okay, first of all, the big welcome to Ita Beyond team for making this trip to here at Jauvuvu. We are located pretty deep in the mountains, so it's quite a journey, but the views here are absolutely worth it. Most of the residents here are Taiwan people, and beside the historical culture of Jauvuvu, our village is surrounded by the beautiful nature. And thanks to the climate, we got everything from the rainforest and wetland to farm and more.
And although the village was affected by the typhoon, and we know that the harvest ritual was held scheduled thanks to the villagers' joint efforts to repair the environment. So, Jinuai, can you share a little bit more about this year's harvest ritual?
Okay, you're here at a very good time. The annual harvest ritual takes place these days, and every year we pick up a new thing to celebrate our culture. And this year we pick up a theme of our traditional clothing. And the very special is that the elders make their own traditional clothing by themselves, and it helps them to stay physically active and also helps them to connect with the culture of Jauvuvu.
Thank you for your sharing. We can see that the harvest ritual is not just only an important gathering of the local families and the community, but also an important action to inherit the traditional culture. All right, let's move on to our first news. The Pacific Island nation of Palau celebrated the 30th anniversary of its independence on October 1st. Minister Lautu Zingor of the Council of Indigenous Peoples was named Special Envoy representing President Lai Ching-te to offer congratulations. And this reflected not only Palau's position as one of Taiwan's important diplomatic allies, but also the shared Austronesian heritage between Palau and the indigenous people of Taiwan.
President Surinjul S. Whips Jr. of Palau led the crowd's rendition of the national anthem as the nation celebrated the 30th anniversary of its independence. The festivities on October 1st were attended by representatives from more than 30 countries, including Taiwan. Minister Lau Zuzingru of the Council of Indigenous Peoples attended the celebration as a special envoy representing President Lai Ching-te, delivering an official letter of congratulations, which was read by a student representative.
I would like to convey my heartfelt congratulations to you and the people of the Republic of Palau on the 30th anniversary of your country's independence.
President Lai's choice of special envoy reflects the shared Austronesian heritage between Taiwan and Palau. Minister Lau Zuzingru presented President Whips with a linked drinking cup, a distinctive vessel of the Paiwan people symbolizing the link between the two countries. He said that coming to Palau felt almost like going home to his indigenous community.
感觉上，我们好像回家一样，我们没有出国的感觉。那么我们的文化也很多这个相同，有些我们饮用的饮食、吃的东西、槟榔等等。
The Council of Indigenous Peoples also invited the Naluan dance troupe from Pingdong to perform a series of traditional Bunong dances in Palau, including dances for planting millet, reporting on battlefield victories, and other traditional folk songs. This was a chance to share Taiwan indigenous culture with the world, as well as for the troupe members to appreciate the aesthetics of Palau.
他们表演的时候都是一个大群体，那歌声的时候，像这边的环境一样，像这边的海一样，像这边的山一样，就是非常的自然舒服，然后步调也在这边的生活步调也比较慢。
Palau's UN trusteeship ended only in 1994, making it one of the world's youngest countries. It has also been a stalwart ally of Taiwan on the international stage since diplomatic relations were established in 1999. The cultural ties between Palau and Taiwan's indigenous peoples are also part of the connection between the two countries. President Whips expressed his hopes for the ties to grow even stronger in the future.
I just want to continue to encourage all Taiwanese to come and visit Palau. Let's continue to share our culture, share our environment, and continue to build the strong family relationship that we have. I always say this, families that spend time together, stay together.
Palau has also issued a memorial stamp commemorating a quarter-century of diplomatic ties with Taiwan, featuring a Formosan black bear and the Delarok, a mythical bird that represents wealth and prosperity. This is a symbol of the friendship between the two countries, which will hopefully continue far into the future.
And now here we are at the traditional Paiwan architecture, the tortoise shell house. And this house was rebuilt by the villagers in just 1 month after the fieldwork. As you can see that the family's name and emblem were carved on the front wall of the house, symbolizing the status of the family. And this is where the villagers used to protect themselves and defend against outsiders. And this traditional house not only raised the cultural awareness, but also became the core value of the village culture. And let's move on to our second news story. Palau hosted its annual National Women's Conference on September 30th, and it gathered female leaders and women from various states to sit down for discussions. And Taiwan, as an ally, also invited 10 talented women to participate in the meeting.
As youth slapped their thighs and shouted slogan, they performed the stunning Palauan traditional warrior dance, opening the annual National Women's Conference. Led by Bilin Gloria Salim, it addressed national issues of culture, education, health, and society. The presence of President Whips Jr. emphasized the conference's importance, showcasing it as a prime example of Palau's matrilineal society.
In Palau, we are a matrilineal society. It's more critical and very important that we raise them right. And that's our hope, that we will continue to do it right. And with exchanges like hobbies and learning from the women's from indigenous people in Taiwan. We can also learn things that may be able to help us. Also seek ways to maybe help improve of what we do with our kids in Palau.
In the matrilineal society of Palau, women predominantly shoulder the responsibility of education. How to instill good values in children for positive societal development is a key goal for Palauan women. Taiwan's participation in the conference, inviting 10 female professionals from various fields, centered discussion on prevalent issues like poor nutrition and obesity. These are also issues of concern in Taiwan.
台湾的话，一半以上是属于过重跟肥胖的一个问题，所以我今天会跟他们分享的是，主要是这2个部分，一个是怎么样健康吃、健康动，用聪明的方式可以让自己维持在健康的状态，以及心理健康的部分。
Palau's obesity rate stands at 70%, attributed to low local production of fruits and vegetables, poor dietary habits, and inadequate health awareness. The conference focused on promoting vegetarian diets, with Taiwanese women sharing health knowledge, aiming to combat obesity alongside Palau.
Ita 看世界是原住民族电视唯一的国际新闻节目，但是我们在看世界的同时，怎么样让世界也看到我们？
我是陈中宽，做国内新闻音译，我碰到了一个比较大的挑战是国内原住民新闻音译，我觉得我们都是采用一个相当特殊的观点，是很不同于其他新闻媒体或者其他新闻节目的观点，所以我觉得透过我们的节目，我们可以看到一个世界一个很不一样的一个样貌。
The Darumak Village in Taitung County， 那就是尽量把稿子念熟。待会呢，在新闻的呈现就会比较完美一点。30th of July, you're watching Ita Beyond Amlanao。我觉得最大的成就感应该是在于我们把不管是受访者的声音或是新闻来源传达出去。对我来说，这是我这一路来一直觉得最有成就感的事情。
我是屏东分水岭排湾族伊眼。 因为有的时候不同的族语之间，它发音的规则未必相同。一次在半夜打电话给部落里面的耆老，来跟他确认说，问他某一个字的发音要怎么发，花了很多的时间才把发音发正确。但这件事情是非常重要的，因为我觉得这件事情体现了我们原住民族电视台对真实正确这件事情的追求。
我是乃瑜，编审最大的挑战在于要确保每一篇文章。 描述原住民族文化的用语都是正确一致，而且具有文化敏感度。想学习怎么用英文介绍原住民族文化与时事，就要看 Ita Beyond。Ita
Beyond 英语新闻，跨越国界的方式，说世界性的语言，让全世界看见台湾原住民的故事。
And next, here we are at the only church in the village because 99% of the villagers are Christian, and almost all community affairs are discussed and decided in the church. However, due to the increasingly aging population, the community has set up a cultural health station so that the elderly can not only come to the church to worship, but also participate in the activities that promotes their physical health. And when it comes to bringing communities together, the Alba village, also known as Daramako village, located in Pindong County, collaborated with Pindong AI AgriHub to transform a dust-gathering police station into the library. And the library offers picture books and books related to food and agricultural education, hoping to attract both community members and visitors.
Children pick up their favorite books and find a comfortable seat to enjoy reading. The dust gathering police station, located next to the Alba Elementary School, has been transformed by the community, not only into the office of the Community Development Association, but also with some space set aside. Collaborating with Pindong AI AgriHub, it was turned into the Alba Library, accessible to both local residents and tourists.
我们现在看到这个书屋，过去是废弃的派出所，就是因为他们撤扫了，所以这边没有使用，那便协会来在这边管理 我们希望在部落，因为我们是艺术村，我们透过走读来认识部落的故事。那当然很希望说可以提升部落的这个阅读的风气，就在这边盖了一个书屋。
This warm and cozy Alba library offers the children here the welcoming space to read. The shelves are lined with over 100 picture books and books on history, culture, and geography. While some were purchased by the community association, most were generously donated, helping to plant the seed of the lifelong love for reading within the community.
很漂亮。
然后有很多书吗？你喜欢看什么？
新月部落的书，我喜欢来看一些我爱看的书。
我们的书屋大部分其实有部落的这个元素的书屋。那我们陆续还是在增加我们的广场的这些书籍，像比如说我们有实农教育的书，我们有一些文化的绘本，这些都会陆陆续续放在我们的这个书屋里面。
The streets are lined with art murals depicting the Gai mythology, making it feel like an outdoor museum. The Alba community is renowned as the Gai Mythology Art Village. According to the Community Development Association, the community offers guide walking tours to introduce the Gai culture to visitors. With the establishment of the Alba Library, books related to the indigenous community culture are also showcased. In the future, more books will be introduced to foster the reading culture and promote local culture.
To familiarize tourists with the unique aesthetic of the indigenous community, the Dalamagao Community Development Association launched the Arts Festival, featuring local pottery and textile artisans, sculptors, and painters.
Known as the Rukai Mythology Art Village, Dalamagao Village focuses on developing crafts and the tourism industry. The exhibition aimed to share the community's unique aesthetics through the art festival.
因为我们部落是神话艺术村，那我们希望透过艺术来分享给大家认识我们的部落，所以我们邀请我们在地的4位艺术家来做领头羊。其实我们是希望这个展览可以每一年都可以办，那透过这4位艺术家的分享，来让大家除了认识他们的创作、他们的作品之外，也可以更认识我们在地的文化。
The craft exhibition featured Rukai textile weaving, sculpture, hand painting by artisans Peng Chunlin, Wang Junxiong, Wang Zihua, and jade pottery by Lin Zhiming and Lin Yinqi, who jointly curated the exhibition.
我们这次的展览主要我们是以陶瓷为主，我们有做一些属于原住民的一些小陶壶，这上面的纹饰都是属于 代表原住民各个的富贵啊、富有啦、平安啦，都代表这些图腾。希望大家来看到这个展览的人都会喜欢。
它是在描述呢，我们部落田野间的那个稻穗，那在风中摇曳的那个感觉，不受艰辛困难，然后它可以体现女性的那种坚韧。因为现在的女性其实她在非常多的那个 叫做包袱之下，一下子是妈妈，一下子又是女儿，又是人家的媳妇，然后又在职场上的工作，所以我就觉得这些压力呢，就像风雨一样呢，在打着这个稻穗。
The exhibition showcased pottery, paintings, apparel, and art installation, along with cultural and creative items from the association, allowing visitors to experience Rukai culture and appreciate the beauty of indigenous crafts.
So after visiting several important attractions of the village, we realized that one of the biggest challenges is the aging population. And the community has been going through the transformation in recent years. So Jinuai, can you share with us the current situation of the village and the prospects for the future?
Okay, even though we have aging population, we've been going through the transformation in recent years, like you mentioned before. the Community Development Association has teamed up with local young people to plan eco tours or improve the village's overall look and atmosphere, making it feel more lively. The younger generation feels a strong connection to Jauvuuwi. So even if we are living elsewhere, we're still working hard to support the village's future. We're gradually shifting to ecotourism. So if you are ever interested in visiting or exploring our Jauvuuwi, feel free to reach out the Youth Association's Facebook page or just contact the village head.
Thank you so much, Junai, for introducing us to such a beautiful village. And we also welcome viewers to visit here in person. And thank you for watching. Now back to you in the studio, Wagi.
谢谢老闹。9月下旬，西班牙巴塞隆纳市举办1年1度的拉马塞圣梅尔赛节庆典，来纪念相传在17世纪初保护这座城市度过严重蝗虫灾害的守护圣人之一。在节庆当天进行的火焰游行，从1979年首次举办以来，已成为圣梅尔赛节的标志性活动之一，展现加泰隆尼亚地区独特的民俗文化。我是瓦吉，感谢您的收看，下周再会。